First shot attempt, second chance shot, and the rebound goes to Louisville.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Out to the right wing. Payton dishes to Odom. Fades, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Odom's gone 1 of 3 from the field here, and the foul called on Freak. That's his third foul of the game. And the Badgers with some changes. Walker's checked in for Dawkins. Payton comes in for Hill, and Fisher subbed in for Hawkins. Payton with the ball, out defended by Freak, and Fisher kicks to Wade. And the foul called on Freak. That'll be his 4th foul of the game, and due to the single bonus situation, they'll now have a chance at the line for the 1-and-1. Badgers shooting their 2nd and 3rd free throws tonight. Price is checked in for the Cardinals. Louisville trails by 4. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Some nice passing by Louisville here. Stolen by Conley. And there's the feed to Fisher. He dishes it to Wade. Payton in the corner. And the foul called on Freak. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this. So it's Wisconsin picking up the win. Such a special moment for these kids. All the hard work they put in, all the...
Hello?
Hey, Ma, it's me.
Hey, Frequency.
I got you on speakerphone.
Okay, your sister there?
Hey, Mama, I'm right here.
Hey, baby, how you doing?
I'm fine.
Yvette's here too, Mama.
Hi, Mama. How you doing? I'm fine.
Does she have to be here?
Yes. Mr. Pagnotti, the agent I was telling you about, he's in the room too.
How you doing, ma'am?
I'm good. Nice to meet you.
What a pleasure to finally meet the queen mother of this young, talented man, even if only by telephone.
That's sweet. Hang on, Frequency. Here comes your father.
All right.
Hey, sorry I'm late. Hope everyone's well.
How you doing,
Daddy.
Mr.
Hey,
P?
Bobs.
I'm doing good.
So let's get to it.
Yeah, let's do this. We all know why we're here. This meeting is strictly confidential, 100% off the record. Didn't happen. We weren't even here. Capiche? Capiche means understand in Italian. Capiche?
Capiche.
Freak insisted that I have his entire family here. And I think it's great that he has a good support system around him. I've been doing this a very long time, and I work with some of the best. Now, let me rephrase that. I work with the best, and the best always seem to have a great support system around them. A family, if you will, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So let's cut to the chase. Leaving college early now and entering this year's NBA draft is the right move right now. And when you sign with me, Dom Pagnotti, as your agent, I will make sure you are well taken care of. I will make sure you are protected. With this freaking environment, I love it, freaking environment. This freaking environment thing you do when you get hot, Freak, we're gonna make you more money off the court than you will on.
We already have endorsements and things like that in mind, so.
Cece, I said we because we're gonna do this together. We're a team. We're Team Freak. But Freak, you need to be in the league first, right? That's why I'm here.
No, yeah, I hear you, Mr. Pagnotti, but like I told you before, I already promised my parents 4 years of college. That's a plan, man.
That's right.
Plans change, Freak. Listen. In life and in basketball, you need to adapt and change to the situation at hand. Now, even if you have the greatest coach and they draw up the greatest play and all the X's and O's make perfect sense on paper, you still need to react to what the defense shows you and then make your move. This is the right move. This is the right move now. And 4 years of college is a great plan for basically anybody. But you're not just anybody. You are the greatest collegiate talent I have ever seen shoot, dribble, pass, and defend a basketball my entire time on this great planet Earth. Now, Miss Martha, Mr. Pete, I have seen so many of the greats jump right from high.
Good evening and welcome to the NBA Draft. With the first pick in the NBA Draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves select Karl Anthony Towns, from the University of Kentucky. With the second pick in the NBA draft, the Los Angeles Lakers select D'Angelo Russell from The Ohio State University. With the third pick in the NBA draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select Jahlil Okafor from Duke University. With the fourth pick in the NBA draft, the New York Knicks select Kristaps Porzingis from Latvia. With the fifth pick in the NBA draft, the Orlando Magic select Mario Hezonja from Dubrovnik, Croatia. With the sixth pick in the NBA draft, the Sacramento Kings select Willie Cauley-Stein from the University of Kentucky. With the seventh pick in the NBA draft, the Denver Nuggets select Emmanuel Mudiay from Dallas, Texas. With the eighth pick in the NBA draft, the Detroit Pistons select Stanley Johnson from the University of Arizona. Pick in the NBA draft, the Charlotte Hornets select Frank Kaminsky from the University of Wisconsin. With the 10th pick in the NBA draft, the Miami Heat select Justice Winslow from Duke University. With the 11th pick in the NBA draft, the Indiana Pacers select Miles Turner from the University of Texas. With the 12th pick in the NBA draft, the Utah Jazz select Trey Lyles from the University of Kentucky. With the 13th pick in the NBA draft, the Phoenix Suns select Devin Booker from the University of Kentucky. With the 14th pick in the NBA draft, the Oklahoma City Thunder select Cameron Payne from Murray State University. With the 15th pick in the NBA draft, the Atlanta Hawks select Kelly Oubre from the University of Kansas. With the 16th pick in the NBA draft, the Boston Celtics select Terry Rozier from University of Louisville. With the 17th pick in the NBA draft, the Milwaukee Bucks select Rashad Vaughn from UNLV. With the 18th pick in the NBA draft, the Houston Rockets select Sam Decker from the University of Wisconsin. With the 19th pick in the NBA draft, the Washington Wizards select Jaren Grant from the University of Notre Dame. With the 20th pick in the NBA draft, the Toronto Raptors select Delon Wright from the University of Utah. With the 21st pick in the NBA draft, the Dallas Mavericks select Justin Anderson from the University of Virginia. With the 22nd pick in the NBA draft, the Chicago Bulls select Bobby Portis from the University of Arkansas. With the 23rd pick in the NBA draft, the Portland Trailblazers select Rondae Hollis Jefferson from the University of Arizona. With the 24th pick in the NBA draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers select Tyus Jones from Duke University. With the 25th pick in the NBA draft, the Memphis Grizzlies select Jarrell Martin from Louisiana State University. With the 26th pick in the NBA draft, the San Antonio Spurs select John Brown from UCLA. With the 27th pick in the NBA draft, the Los Angeles Lakers select Larry Nance Jr. from the University of Wyoming. With the 28th pick in the NBA draft, the Boston Celtics select R.J. Hunter. With the 29th pick in the NBA draft, the Brooklyn Nets select the 19-year-old shooting guard from the University of Louisville.
Let's do this, young man.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen.
We met working at the post.
All right. You all know why we're here and what we came to do this year. This is only the beginning of a very long season, but Game 1 means just as much as Game 82. Now, we have some new faces here that I really expect to make an impact for us this season. We've already seen flashes of what they can do for us, but I expect all of you to go out there and execute just like we did in camp. Ain't no more excuses. It's time to get serious. If we play our brand of basketball, there's no telling where this team can go. So get out there, get warm, and let's go win this game.
My first NBA game. Can't believe it's finally here. You work your entire life for something, and then when it's right in front of you, it's almost hard to believe. But I'm ready. And now it's time for me to show everybody I belong and do my best to represent Harlem.
Hello, everyone. Proud to bring you Wednesday night coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Doris Burke will be reporting from the sidelines. And going against Chicago, their first meeting of the season. They were dominated last year. Not a good matchup for them, going 1-3 in the season series.
And this, the first of 3 games these two teams will...
Of a lifelong dream, a special individual taking to the hardwood as we'll get to watch the first official NBA appearance from Freak.
You know, he's a great young player and even a better young man. So personally, I couldn't be happier for him. I know he's thinking about the game, but I hope he's able to take a moment to just enjoy this accomplishment.
Well said, and I hope so too. I mean, as a player, you want to stay even-keeled, but it's almost impossible. I mean, there's just so much that you've gone through to reach this point. It has to be emotional.
So the Bulls 5 right now. We've got Mirotic. Derrick Rose is out there with E'Twaun Moore. Then there's Noah. To the middle. The kick out to Rose. Pass to Moore. Takes it from 10. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Moore's got 8 points.
And how about the grasp they had on the game plan for this one?
You know, I know it's early, but I don't think I'm going out on a limb when I say we could be headed for a blow.
The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. Bulls lead by 10. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. You know, Clark, you don't see that kind of perspective for most rookies, do you?
You really don't, Kevin. I mean, I really like his approach to the game. What remains to be seen, though, is will that translate to consistent production on the court?
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
And it's really about limiting their mistakes, and early on, they've been able to do that here in the first.
And, guys, I like what I've seen from them on the other end, forcing a few giveaways, and that's allowed them to widen that turnover margin.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So the Bulls 5 right now. Rose is out there with E'Twaun Moore. Then there's Noah. Then there's Mirotic.
Guys, the Bulls defense was as stout as ever last season. A big part of that is they have guys that challenge you inside and at the rim. Even off the bench, all of their bigs are mobile and protect the basket.
Nets trail by 13. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Here's Robinson. Rebound by the Bulls. Coming into this having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
And we've talked about how in the NBA you've got to earn your points the hard way, and that really wasn't the case in that game for them.
No, there was no hard way about it. I mean, they got their points easily on dunks and layups against the defense that really didn't offer much of a fight.
And now the stats on Joakim Noah. A very nice season for him last year. He was around 7 points a game last year, 9 rebounds and 4 assists. And his rebounding is what's most impressive. He's shown tremendous determination on the backboards.
And it's a big asset for this team. I mean, he blocks out on the defensive glass, and then he keeps balls alive at the offensive end.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Brook Lopez is checked in for Henry Sims. Young comes in for Robinson. Bogdanovich is checked in for Hollis Jefferson. And Jarrett Jack is subbed in for Donald Sloan.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spots. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Here's Freak. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making. It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
And so a pretty lopsided game. Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Gasol. Portis comes in for Taj Gibson. Mirotic is checked in for Doug McDermott. And it's Etuan Moore checking in for Derrick Rose. Freak in at shooting guard. Thomas Robinson is out there with Brook Lopez. Then it's Donald Sloan. And it's Hollis Jefferson in at the 3. So that's the Nets 5. The shot by Butler, nobody around. Off target from the wing.
And Brook Lopez, guys, started the season as the starting center for the Nets last year, but it didn't end up that way.
Freak dishes to Sloan. There's a screen by Robinson. Sloan passes to Lopez. 6 to shoot. Gets the 14-footer to fall. Lopez has got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
Lopez ended up coming off the bench for the Nets for a stretch last season. There was a lot of debate, Clark, if that was the right role for him.
Kevin, clearly there were differing opinions because as soon as it happened, every GM called Brook.
Wait. A new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Then for the Bulls. Pau Gasol's checked in for Noah. Gibson comes in for Portis, and McDermott subbed in for Mirotic. So the Bulls 5 right now. Gibson is the 4 with Gasol at the 5. Butler and McDermott filling out the perimeter. And it's Moore in at the 1. The shot's good from Lopez.
The defense has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
And I'd be interested to know just how many of these attempts have come from inside of 5 feet.
Butler with the ball, out-defended by Freak, and there's the pass to Moore. The 3, it's Butler that time on the assist from Moore. Moore's got his 3rd assist on the night.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Here's Freak. And the defense really pressing up on him. Made that a tough shot.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
And Bogdanovich kicks to Young. He dishes it to Freak. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Well, with Freak, Clark, there was a question whether he would stay another year in college. Really was a tough decision for him, but he ended up coming out after his freshman year.
And, Kevin, it's really hard to blame a guy like Freak for doing that. I mean, he's clearly NBA ready, and he's putting a lot at risk for every year he stays in school when he could be on the NBA clock.
And here we see the debut of Freak, the kid from Harlem. His first time on an NBA floor, and Clark, it's a moment that he's worked very hard to achieve, and his family has got to be proud.
Extremely so, Kevin. It's been a long journey for him, but every level along the way, he's found success. High school phenom, playing for a college championship. I wouldn't bet against this kid on anything when it comes to basketball.
And nothing is falling for him right now. And here comes Moore, leading the fast break. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
And guys, what a strange rookie campaign for Dougie McBuckets. I mean, he entered the draft as a polished sharpshooter. The Bulls traded up in the first round to get him, and he ended up playing 9 minutes a game over the course of last season.
Good on
for the first part of last season, treaded water, but after the All-Star break, they stepped on the gas, put themselves right back in the playoff picture.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. As you mentioned, the Nets were great after the break. Had the 3rd best record post-All-Star break in the East.
Yeah, and how about winning 13 of their first 22 after the break? And sometimes with a new coach and system, it takes a while to kind of figure things out. And that seemed to be the case with the Nets last year.
Chicago making a switch here. Dunleavy's checked in. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. Bulls always seem to be tough on the road, and last season no different. They would end with 23 road wins on the year.
And that number was good enough for the second most in the East. Unlike shooting, it's very hard for defenses to go cold, and that's why the Bulls have been so good on the road.
And that one falls for Brooks.
And, guys, touching back on the Bulls on the road, to illustrate how good they are on the road, last season marked the 5th straight year of a road record above 500. Incredible consistency as a franchise.
Yeah, you know, here's another stat for the Bulls on the road. Since 2010, when Tom Thibodeau took over, the Bulls have won almost 60% of their road games. That's impressive.
And that bucket right there, folks, is the first official NBA basket from Freak.
You know, you got to be happy for him. I mean, that's a great way to open up his NBA scoring account.
Well, everybody is happy to see him put the first points of his career on the board. Coaches, fans, teammates, everybody.
And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. And that sends Freak to the free throw line. That's on Aaron Brooks. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Bulls.
And you really can't help but notice all the points they've continued to get off turnovers.
They've worked hard tonight at crashing the boards as well. They've had a bunch of second-chance points.
And, you know, the NBA loves to experiment with different rules in different ways. The D-League last season used international rules for goaltending. And that small change makes a huge impact on the defensive end.
Great outside shooting fueling this run.
Then the D is getting bombarded. They haven't been able to slow them down the least bit.
Larkin dishes to Young. And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg. And when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
And for the international rules of goaltending, players are allowed to touch the ball after it hits the iron, even if it is over the cylinder.
I'm not sure if the NBA is going to adapt that rule, but I think it wouldn't be a big deal to adapt it because there aren't a lot of times that play happens in the game. I think it would be a small percentage of those plays over the course of the season.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. Henry Sims is checked in for Brooklyn. Ellington comes in for Shane Larkin. And Chicago also making a switch. Portis, he's checked in for Taj Gibson. So it's Chicago now. And it's Brooks in the corner. Lets the three fly. Ellington grabs the miss. Ellington's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Pass to Freak. Pulls up on the wing. No luck. Nice D from Brooks. Chicago has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Dishes to Gasol. And it's Moore penetrating. Rebounded by the Nets. A minute 42 left in the 4th quarter. Here's Freak. Let's keep it alive. Young passes to Freak. They get a hand on it.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. You can safely say mission accomplished now for the Bulls.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that. And so with this, they'll end up with their 2nd win on the year.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
Greg, I don't think it'll play out quite that simply, though. The team coming out on the losing end of Game 1 is just that much more motivated to get even in Game 2 and 3. So I think the edge goes to the losing team.
And what a huge standout performance it was for McDermott. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Now the Bulls with it. They've given up just 8 points in the 4th quarter. There's 31 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. And the foul called on Freak. That's foul number 2 for him.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Straight frustration right there, and I agree with you. Self-control of your emotions, a must-have if you're going to play winning basketball.
27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Kick out to Moore. There's the dish to Brooks. And good on the basket. Book it.
Just look at how quickly the lead has grown here over the last few possessions.
Clear case here, partner, of saving their best for last. Quite a run.
Here's Sloan. To the paint. Here's Freak. Will not go. This is off the front iron. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for some.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. How'd you feel about his performance?
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunities. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything he put up was going in.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us for Shaquille.
Steph Curry and the Warriors next game. I've been looking forward to this for a while now. You know they'll be running and gunning. And Steph's gonna do 2 or 3 things that make you want to stop and stare. But we can't let that distract us. Because if we lose focus for even a second, they'll be up 20. So maybe it's up to me to put on a little show of my own.
Coming to you live on 2K Sports, it's time for NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. It's Livingston in for Klay Thompson. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. After the Nets' big moves the past couple years, they were looked at as an older team, but you break it down, and you know, Greg, they're not as old as you think.
Actually had the 5th youngest team of anyone in the postseason. And so, though they seem older just because so many of their players had playoff experience or came into the league at a young age.
Setting the floor for the Nets. Freak in at shooting guard. Thomas Robinson is out there with Bogdanovich. Then it's Donald Sloan. And it's Sims in at the 5, patrolling the paint. Green dishes to Livingston. Brooklyn with the rebound. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
And the deciding factor in that one was their success from the floor. I mean, they just hit big shots time and time again.
Yeah, just the way you want it when you're the road team. Don't even give the fans a chance to get into it. And, you know, for the Nets, the roster's average age was about 2 years younger at the end of the 2015 season than where they were at the end of 2014. They made a point to get younger.
Here's Barnes. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early.
Robinson a screen on Curry. Bogdanovich passes to Freak, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
And even though the Nets were younger last season, they were tough in tight games, playing really like a bunch of veterans, and went 10-2 on the year in games decided by 3 or fewer points.
Spates checked in for the Warriors. No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also. It was the season of destiny, and the Warriors certainly followed through. Clark, the best team in the league all year, and they finished the job beating the Cavs in the finals.
And they were on a mission from the get-go. They would become another team to win 65 games or more and win the finals. Impressive work.
Warriors leading by 13. Here's Livingston, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
The Warriors shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
At the line for 2.
Free throw good, Livingston. Wayne Ellington's checked in for Brooklyn. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Warriors ahead.
Thank you, Kevin. Andre, what has been the underlying principle of how you and the team have taken the floor tonight?
Communication.
Okay, listen. Let's just put that first half behind us as quickly as possible. Here's what I took away from it. We've given them too many points at the foul line. Let's cut down on all the contact. I don't want a bunch of guys with foul trouble in the second half. The other thing to do is get those hands up. Get hands in their faces. They're shooting.
Now let's get it all in perspective. Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but Curry with it, setting the floor for the Nets. Freak in a 2-guard. Brook Lopez is out there with Young. Then there's Sergei Karasov, and it's Larkin in at the 1 spot. And the Nets shooting in this game 45%. Out to the wing, Curry with the steal. Here's Thompson. Lopez with the block. Iguodala with the steal. 1 minute now into this 4th quarter, and the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Looked to me like just a frustration foul. It really kind of sums up the game they're having in general.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Spates checked in for Green. Barbosa comes in for Klay Thompson. And Ian Clark subbed in for Curry. Spates kicks to Barbosa. And the layup falls.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
Kicks to Freak. Goes up on the wing. Can't get it to go.
Not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge too.
They've been the aggressors, plain and simple, outworking them, fighting for every loose ball.
Barbosa dishes to Iguodala. Bogut, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
That feed by Iguodala, a really good example of his passing ability.
Lopez a screen. Here's Freak. Let's keep it alive. And it's sent back by Bogut. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Golden State ball.
Some changes for Golden State. Varejao comes in for Andrew Bogut. And it's Rush in for Andre Iguodala. And then for Brooklyn, Henry Sims is checked in for Lopez. And Ellington is subbed in for Sergei Karazor. Varejao can't hit.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And it's Freak missing. Last outing for Golden State, they won that game against Minnesota. Out to the wing. It's Rush outside. Cannot hit. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket. Well, he's building a house with those bricks. I mean, one reason is he keeps trying to force it up when he's defended well. Move the ball. Share the sugar.
Move it. Move it.
It's the Nets now. Nothing doing offensively yet for them in the fourth. Larkin, the pass to Freak. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
And he's clearly just disappeared here this quarter, not making any contributions here with his offense.
And, Greg, it's been hard to watch. I mean, you can see his frustration. He's actually looking forward to the end of this period so he can have a fresh start for the next one.
Larkin kicks to Freak, and that's going to be a travel.
Just a total loss of concentration right there.
And, Greg, if they continue to make those kinds of mistakes, then this game could turn even more south on them. And sour.
To the inside, here's Barbosa, takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run, passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Move the ball.
Larkin dishes to Freak. Kept alive. Second chance shot, and it's good on the layup.
They need to try to find some more opportunities here in the second half. They've not been as active on the offensive glass.
Warriors have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Clark, the pass to Spates. Golden State moving it around. Down low. And he uses the glass on the layup.
We're seeing the shots start to fall for them now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this has been an extremely efficient second half for them up to this point.
Here's Larkin. And there's a minute 45 left in the game. Shots good from Young.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
Feeds it to Barbosa. Lead pass was put in just the right spot.
I tell you what, fellas, we're seeing some really good ball movement out there.
Definitely. 10 of their last 12 points have come off assists.
Larkin kicks to Freak. There's a screen. Off the screen. Another shot. And it's laid up and in by Young.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Warriors.
Clark, the biggest factor tonight had to be their great shooting. They shot much better than the other team.
You know, I thought both teams worked hard at both ends, but sky-high field goal percentage and pressure defense to force the other team into a lot of misses. Excellent effort tonight.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
Yeah, and Greg, when it is just a 2-game season series, the team winning game 1 has that slight mental edge going into the second meeting, knowing they've already solved their opponent one time and only have to do it one more time.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Stephen Curry. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Right wing, shoots it up. And an air ball on that one, way off. And it's the Warriors' ball. They're on a 16-6 run. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
That's his second personal foul.
No good on the free throw.
Brandon Rush, 2.
That one misses. Brooklyn with the ball. Here's Freak. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
And that one misses. He hits the second from the line. And so it's Golden State with it. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Here is Livingston. So we see the Warriors taking the game.
Yes, Kevin, here with
the 2K Sports post-game show.
Kevin, much appreciated, and now let's present our Stephen Curry. What'd you like about his performance, Shaq?
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching.
And for tonight, for Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.
Tell you about Vic.
HBK, yeah, you know how we. And I can't quit, all I know is.